Hi, my name is Guy Santeramo. If you're serious about making money with a home business, I'm going to ask you to please give me your undivided attention for just a couple of minutes. Well, it may be more than a couple of minutes, but I promise I'll keep this video as short as possible. And if you're a leader in the industry, I really want your attention. Because, there's a lot of leaders out there. Let's be honest. There's a lot of garbage out there, and there's a lot of leaders looking for a home. They just want to find that right company. But there's certain things that have to be in place. Now, I want you to know this has been a kind of very emotional day for me today, because as of 9 o'clock this morning, I resigned as master distributor of a company that I helped launch last year. 18 months of my life went into this company. But unfortunately, as the master distributor, and I did pretty much everything to launch this company. I wrote the comp plan, videos, I designed the website as far as how it should be how it should be, because I'm not a web guy, okay? But how it should be laid out, and it was my baby, okay? But things didn't go right, because as a master distributor, I can only do so much. I needed the company on the other end to follow through. And it could be very frustrating when things go wrong and they don't respond like I believe they should respond. And as a result, I was going to resign in November of last year. However, because the owner of the company is a good friend of mine, he talked me into staying on a couple more months, making promises that things would get better, And also, I had a commitment to the people, and I didn't want to leave. I felt it was my responsibility to stick it out as long as I can. And besides, it was my baby. I put this thing together. I didn't want to lose it. But make a long story short, it just kept getting worse and worse and worse. And this was causing stress with my wife and my family. And I knew this day was coming. It was just inevitable. So I was looking to see what's out there, and I was always aware of a company called Visalis. By the way, this is not about Visalis, but I was looking at a company called Visalis, and if you know anything about that company, you know it's a tremendous success story. And I was seriously thinking about joining them, because I made a decision. Listen, I'm going to be 61 years old this year. I know I don't look it. And I can't be jumping from company to company. If you're a leader out there, if you have any experience in network marketing, you understand the power of the multiples, compounding interest, compounding people. But you got to have years, months, definitely years for this compounding to take effect. I don't want to start a company for 6 months, a year, then start all over. And unfortunately, that's the way the industry has been. Very few long-term successful companies that are out there. So I made a decision. In fact, I even thought about leaving the network marketing industry. But I still love it. I still believe in the business model. So I made a commitment that if I decide to join a company, it's going to be a company that's not going to, at least I believed it had everything in place where they're not going to be out of business next month. And it had to be a business model where there would be customers, whether there be an opportunity attached to it or not. And that's why I was taking a look at Visalis, because Visalis brings on 5 times more customers than they do distributors. They got a great product, very expensive product, but they got a great product, and it's a real success story. However, I get a phone call yesterday from a good friend of mine. He tells me about this company, and I already knew about this company, but I didn't really know this company. And he tells me, I said, listen, Joe, I'm really close to joining Visalis. He goes, listen, guy, why don't you just talk to my friend? He's one of the main leaders, and I just want you to talk to him, hear what he has to say. I said, okay. A couple hours go by, I forgot all about it. In fact, the phone rings. I'm on the website watching a Visalis video with one of the owners, and the guy was impressing the heck out of me. Needless to say, Joe's on the phone with our friend, and by the way, this is a gentleman I know back 5-6 years ago. I almost felt like saying I'm not interested, but out of respect for Joe and the other gentleman, I said, okay, I'll listen to see what he has to say. And folks, like I said, I knew about this company, but I didn't know this company. And he blew me away with the things he had to say. I got on a webinar that night. It was a pretty good webinar. The webinar could have been so much better. No disrespect to the gentleman that did the webinar, by the way. It's just that it was just him by himself. I have an idea for a much better webinar. In fact, I shared my ideas with the master distributor today, and we got some really good ideas to put together a real dynamic webinar with a webinar marketing system, capture page, the whole bit. And remember, so anyway, I'm digressing. I'm getting ahead of myself, but I was impressed. But this is what got me really excited. And just hear this out, okay? 6-year-old company. 300,000. I'm from Brooklyn, by the way. 300,000 customers. 90% retention. And some companies say that because it always sounds good, but most of the time they're not telling the truth. 90% retention, 300,000 customers. Most people don't even know this type of product exists. They did a survey. 75% of the people said they didn't know this product exists, but now that they know it, they would buy it. Okay? But they did it without network marketing. 6-year-old company, no network marketing, no business opportunity attached to it, 300,000 customers. 2 weeks ago, they just launched network marketing. They're now giving people like us an opportunity to build a company within a company. And I'm telling you, I was blown away. But here's what really got me. They got an impressive management team. In fact, they even got a chief financial officer. And if you really know anything about network marketing, you really want a company to have a chief financial officer if they're really serious about growth. Well, the chairman of the board of this company is also a major investor for this expansion because it takes money to fund the network marketing company. He took 2 companies to $1 billion. He was recruited by Bill Gates to head up Microsoft Windows platform, and we know how that turned out. This gentleman is not only a major investor, he's the chairman of the board. Totally blown away by the management team. Had an opportunity to talk to some of the people at the home office today. Totally impressed. They're totally committed to making this successful for everyone. They got a product. If you're familiar with prepaid legal, they're following the prepaid legal business model, but it's not legal. Okay, I'm not going to share with you what the product is, but I will say this: this has a much more better appeal to the masses. Most families, when they learn about it, will take it. The basic product starts in $19.95, which will satisfy most families, but they do have some additional memberships. They have a optional program within the business called Ambassador. It's an additional $199. Oh, did I hear somebody moan? By the way, if you think $199 is a lot of money to get involved with a home business, then you might be a very nice person. I just don't want to work with you. But there's a lot of back-end commissions on this product. However, the optional ambassador program, which mostly everybody gets involved with, has tremendous upfront commissions and a coded bonus. And for you leaders out there that knows what a coded bonus is, it gives us the ability to make some multiple $1,000 weeks, and they do pay weekly rather quickly. Rather quickly as a couple of weeks, a couple of months. There's tremendous amount of money to make up long-term. Coded bonus gives you the ability to exponentially grow your income. And then we got the back-end commissions with a 90% retention rate. We have all the makings of a perfect storm. So with no further ado, please click on the link, fill in the spot, whatever you got to do to take the next step, and I'll see you on the other side. Thanks a lot.